Yo, what's good, guys? What's happening? How are we this afternoon? Zach Trades, take care of yourself, my brother. Thank you very much for passing through, man. Nice one, bro. Neo, what's happening, bro? Who we got in the room? A dingo ate my Satoshis. What a funny name. What's good? Hairy Bumchin, what's going on? There you go, I said it, bro. There you go. Man. What's good, guys? How we doing? Diamond Fox, what's going on, bro? Been a while, man. You've been popping through, to be fair. Tino, should I be scared? No, you should not be scared. That's one thing I'm not going to do in this stream. There's no reason to believe that you need to be scared about anything. All right? There's no FUD here. I'm not going to convince you guys something is going to happen bad or anything like that. This, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the mad truth about cryptocurrency and trading overall. We always seem to have a bias. We always like it when things are rising, and then when things are dropping, we don't seem to like it. But we need to understand why when things rise, they need to drop so that they can go higher again. Okay? Remember the business model itself, ladies and gentlemen. The market maker needs to move price higher in order for him to get it cheaper. We haven't even broken any moving averages just yet, guys. So why should anyone be concerned? Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new passing through to the channel, welcome to Traders Reality. My name is Tino. To all my pattern watchers, mad love and respect. Let's have a conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Let's roll with it. Okay, then, cool. So let's understand what's been going on across the board. Just to let you know, guys, I will be doing the altcoin video shortly after this stream. Okay, I'm just waiting for a few things to set up so that I can give you the right idea on what to expect. New York has kindly, or should I say, the UK session has kindly moved price down lower. Now, what's going on in New York? Well, we've got the FOMC rolling out. Okay, and I'm going to take a little bit of a bold move on the FOMC. I currently got positions in dollar yen, which I have set my stops in, and if they do get to a certain point, then I'm going to have an automatic close on my trade just to preserve some of the gains that I've got in the chart already. But more importantly, if FOMC rolls out the way I expect it to, then it's going to be a very interesting day for dollar yen. Could this be the reason why Bitcoin has dropped? Okay, could it be so? Remember, Bitcoin is being used as, should I say, they're using Bitcoin under the CME as a hedging asset. So if the news is okay for dollar, does that mean dollar's going to go back up? Traders are then going to take their money away from gold and put it into risk on assets. All right. Does that mean Bitcoin's going to drop? Or is it going to be the opposite way? Who knows? All right. But what we need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is what has happened now so that we can work out exactly what to expect next. All right. So let me bring up the bigger chart so that you can understand what's going on. We've been waiting for this recovery of this vector candle. It hasn't recovered it completely, but it does look like that they are trying to take advantage of the fact that there is liquidity right now stuck and trapped in this zone. Okay, retail traders who went long that didn't pay themselves are now witnessing and experiencing what it's like to dismiss the idea of paying yourself when you are in profitable trades. You have to pay yourself when you're in these trades, ladies and gentlemen, because if you don't, you're not going to get the benefit of trading. Okay, you're just going to be the same guy that always adds to charts, and you are going to be the reason why liquidity goes from the traders who don't pay themselves to the traders that do. Okay. Now, Bitcoin has come back down towards the vector candle right here and has recovered 50% of it. Okay, came down to the zone, but it didn't actively tap the zone completely. All right. Now, we need to look at Bitcoin on the higher time frames. Where are we? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the chart itself. We've got a plethora of patterns that have appeared in this zone right here. Okay, we've got the bigger pattern right here. All right. We now have a smaller pattern here. We've also got another pattern down here. And now we've got this pattern, which is quite it's quite a bit of a, not so clean, but fundamentally it is a pattern nonetheless. Okay. Now, Bitcoin hasn't actually done anything, to be honest with you. It's tapped the 50 EMA. It's trading below it. Okay. We're just waiting to see what New York does with it. The only vector candle that I can see is this candlestick right here. Yes, we do have this blue vector down here, which will see price coming to test the 60K zone. Is that a possibility? Would they really bring price back into that zone yet one more time for them to actively come away from it and try and make a high? What if we are actually in the midst of seeing a pattern development? Because anything can happen. Just look at what's going on. It's too quiet. They're not really moving price. They're not moving prices as aggressively as we would expect them to. It's New York time right now, man. New York is way on its way. So why are we not seeing the behavior that we normally see for New York? The 800 EMA is potentially in sight, but it's just too slow across the board. All right. Looking at the actual total chart itself, we can see everything's taking some profits. They have to bring it down lower so that they can get it back up again. Look at these vector points in the chart. There's the vector zones. Principle would say that we should be expecting price to come back to these zones. Okay? They hit yesterday's weekly high right there. Sorry, last week's high right there. Now we're just testing this 200 EMA. Very important test. So don't lose your minds. The only way we're going to know if Bitcoin's going to go down lower is if it aggressively breaks down lower. Or alternatively, the retrace back up. If it comes back up towards the 50 EMA, the 50 EMA will do the following. 50 EMA will drop like this. Okay? Price will either come back up, test it, reject it, come down away from it, tap the low one more time, stabilize, and try and come away from it. Always, always wait for the retrace, ladies and gentlemen. I can't stress it to you. Always wait for it. Okay? Do not make any decisions. Whenever you see volatility in the chart, let it finalize, because they are doing something that is out of the norm. They are shifting out of the zone, trying to take advantage of all the guys who've been going long in this zone. We could have understood this breakdown was going to happen by looking at, let me just pull up Bitcoin a second. Let's get Bitcoin back up. Look at Bitcoin in and around the 63 zone. Yeah? Building the shorts above key notable areas, getting longs filled, shifting out, pump, pump, just above that 63, break it down, get more longs filled at lower prices so that they can move price back up again. Now, how long this move to the downside will last is going to be down to New York, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Steve is hosting the Fed feed. Yes, Bitcoin has actually tested the psychological high. So this is where it's a make or break for us with this move to the upside. Although they've recovered the vector candle, 50% of it right here, there's not many vector candles that they could come back to. It could be this little point right here in the chart. At most, the 800 EMA. But what's happening right now, guys, is New York is establishing the low. They are trying to set the low. The actual move for Bitcoin today on the ADR basis is only 8,462 pips. Okay, so here we go. I speak and it happens. Right, let's pay attention. Here we go. We're getting a bit of a pump right now. Here we go. This is where they start manipulating price. Look, they're working the lows. They're trying to hit the lows. Look at how the vector candle right there. Still a little bit more to the downside. Let's see what's going on. Here we go. M2 pivot point could be tested right here, ladies and gentlemen. Ethereum, what's it doing? Vector candle on Ethereum. See, Ethereum's doing okay. Testing towards last week's high. Hasn't hit that zone just yet. There's no vector candles other than these zones right here that Ethereum could test. But it's at the pivot point. Trading below the daily open, so we need to be aware. Just be careful, guys. All right? The only way we're going to know this is going to be a move to completely annihilate this whole zone and come back into these points in the chart is if there is no retrace. We're waiting for a retrace because right now it's New York. It's New York's turn to set the precedence. The market cap on the 1 minute time frame is just taking a battering. Here we go. Coming down towards this vector candle. So we should see vector zones getting recovered, but it's beyond the... Look at it. It's a false move, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the moving averages. They are so expanded. Yes, we are expecting a retrace, but the speed of this retrace, okay, is too fast. All right? We are expecting a sharp pullback. Fast move to the downside, fast move to the upside. It's all down to when they decide to do so. All right? Ethereum on the 1 hour hasn't even touched the 50 EMA, man. Look at that. It hasn't even touched it. You know? Yes, Wing Commander Tino RMM stand for market market Malaka. Fair play, bro. Fair play on that. Okay, then. We have got another 2 more minutes until the new 15-minute candle comes into play. Let's see if we get the continuation to the downside. Now, whilst we're paying attention, waiting for that, we need to have a look at some altcoins that have actually been doing pretty well during this chaotic move to the downside. Looking at the altcoin bosses, which I'm going to be doing a video after this stream, Beta looks like she's doing very well and holding above its 5, 13 and 50 EMA. Very good behavior by Beta. But remember, guys, once the market then turns back up, Beta should be, by principle, making higher moves because they're containing the range for this coin, okay? Given the madness of all the money coming out of the alts and cryptocurrency as a whole, okay, it looks like there is a reset across the board. They now want to get some profits and want to utilize those profits and put them back into more coins that are preparing for moves, okay? C98, this bad boy ain't stopping, bruv. What did we say earlier on, Patreons, in the stream? We said in the masterclass, C98 is going to look to recover this wick, and she's done exactly just that. She's recovered the wick. Why? Because there was a plethora of orders in this area where the market maker was able to commit retail traders to set their liquidity into the chart. So that means the market maker can get more shorts built at the highest possible point. And look what's going on here. Market maker is building his shorts, hits the shorts, closes some of them, realizes a return. Look at the wick on that purple candle right there, and then they shift back up again. It's a vicious game, ladies and gentlemen. ARX coming back down. Sorry, ARCS. Here we go. ARX pulling down. RSR slowly. It looks like the alts are doing really well at holding. So far, these are the ones that are holding really well. Not that many pullbacks. Nothing that's going to be impressionable to me to say, right, okay, it's breaking down completely. Luna's doing very well. That looks like it's doing promising things. Sol's done fine. She hit the high, 235. Nice. Happy days for Sol. We need to actually go back to Bitcoin, see what Bitcoin's doing, just to keep an eye out on that bad boy. Bitcoin 61,980. There it is. It's recovering that candle. Waiting for the start of a new 15-minute candle. And a new hour coming into play. Let's see if they do decide to do it. Holding the 800 EMA, ladies and gentlemen. Very important zone in the chart. Very important. This is the make or break. Very important zone. Right. Okay. Whilst we're at it, ladies and gentlemen, we need to pump the algorithm. Not algo. We need to pump the algorithm. 922 of you in the room. Mad love and respect for passing through. Let's get those likes up, man. It's a 2-second thing. Okay, then. Bitcoin taps the 800 EMA, guys. Pay attention. This is a make or break point in the chart. Because if they release the liquidity to the downside right here, they've recovered the vector, and we know the precision of the vector candles themselves. Look. You can see bright as day. Look where it's done. It's pinned it right at the low of the vector point right there. If they release this, max it could come to this point here and this point here. Other than that, there's this bad boy zone right here, which they could even come down and test the 60K to. Very interesting behavior by Bitcoin right now, guys. It's taken a bleed. It's gone straight back down into the chart and given back all of the gains that it's done from yesterday. Is this a manipulative move? Are they setting it up? Are they setting up the New York low to reverse price back up? All I'm seeing is vector candles coming into the chart. That's all I'm seeing. That's market maker behavior. Pushes 1, 2, and 3 to the low. Thank you, my friend. Christopher, thank you very much. Wing Commander, mad love, man. Okay, then here we go. Bitcoin has spiked the 800 EMA. This is important. Looking at the RSI, we can see outside the volatility band, we are only expecting a shark fin right now. This is all we're expecting off the RSI. It's way beyond extended. It's the last thing I look at just to solidify my understanding of what they could be doing. Here we go. Bitcoin sharply spiking. They've triggered the shorts, activated the longs at the lowest possible point, and now they want to try and see if they can come back up. I need to split the chart, bring up the market cap. Here we go. Market cap looking like it wants to recover this previous vector. Let's see if they do decide to do that. Only 50% of the vector's been recovered right there. The market cap chart as well is going to show us some interesting behavior very shortly. At the start of a new 1 hour candle, the fact is towards the last few moments of a new 1 hour candle, okay, they are bringing price back up. They've activated the orders to the downside. Now they're hitting the liquidation points to all the shorts that have stepped in. Just look at the amount of vectors that you're seeing on the move back down, guys. Okay, this is a market maker move, man. They are just taking money off the board. Okay. Yes, Gala is a gaming company. Market maker's job is to manipulate and trap traders. The nature of this game is to trap. Why is it price comes down and then it just bounces straight back? What, because of supply and demand? Okay. I'll drink my coffee on that basis. The next 11 minutes are going to be critical. Why? Because we've come down and hit key notable areas in the chart. Bitcoin is now trying to test what we understand to be the psychological high. It's came down nearly towards the psychological low, okay? But it's hit the 800 EMA, gone back into the last zone, okay, where they accumulated from and made the initial move. Can they trigger more interest from this point to move price back up again? This is what we're waiting to see. The Brinks box itself has not yet finished. In the next 10 minutes, it will be finished, and then we will know where New York stands. Here we go. Another 5 more minutes. New 15-minute candle coming in. Let's see if they do decide to do that, ladies and gentlemen. 10 more minutes. Let's go. Any thoughts on DOT? Let's have a look at DOT while this is happening. The VET is holding well. Solana's doing very well, to be honest with you. It's doing really well to hold its gains. Okay. Look at that. Stuck at the 50 EMA. Happy days. Matic. Sharp move to the downside. Look, stop and rise. Drop. Getting ready to get it down cheaper so they can get it back up again. XRP seems to be doing okay with its move from the previous move to the upside. It just needs to come back up ever so slightly to go back into the range. Bitcoin's still at those lows right there. It's all about the market cap, where they're taking the money away from and putting it into. DOT back down below $50. Here we go. Nice sharp movement by DOT. If they're going to pump the money in DOT, we should see the market cap increasing as well. Or is this going to be the leader before the market cap actually rolls out? Remember, what have they taken off the board? What? Nearly 400-500 million, is it? Nearly? Quite a bit of money's just come off the table. But it needs to come off the table so that they can get it back in again. That's the idea. Okay, then. The winners as such, not many. I mean, ADA Bitcoin is going bad. ADA's coming up nicely. Saw a little bit of a pump. Like I said last night, guys, if ADA, when she moves, she moves. Okay, she really does move. No different to Bitcoin, to XRP. Let me have a look at Algo. Pond's the one for me. Pond was doing really well earlier on. Now it's just, look at this accumulation happening in the ranges, man. Where are we at? 8 minutes. Still trying to hold this 800 EMA in the chart, guys. This is consistent with the pattern that we've got right here. The behavior of price. If New York bleeds this, then boy, they've just manipulated the whole range and shook us out for no reason. Compound, where's Compound? Has Compound moved? I need to see if Compound's moved because it was trading. It was doing much better against the actual comp. Here we go. Wow, look at comp. Look at comp, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so if comp's doing that, something's happening. We could actually see the movement happening very shortly. If comp's moving like so, okay, we should see a movement back in. Something's triggering this. Something is triggering this move to the upside. Absolute explosion, $400 in sight. Here we go. Market cap ain't doing anything right there. Let me get the totals up. Let me pull up the market cap right there. Nothing. There's a big move in comp right there. Let me get the market cap for Ethereum. It's a sharp move, man. Testing the 200 EMA. Total market cap still stuck in that range. I need to see why comp's doing that. Bitcoin not doing much. Let me split the screens again. Comp's down there. Sharp. Still testing that 800 EMA. Bitcoin is. We've got a new 1 hour candle in 7 minutes time, guys. Ethereum testing the 800 EMA. Seems like all the alts that are actually coming or actually showing their strength are doing a good job of holding their gains. Okay, this just looks like they're moving the majors and holding the minors. That's what it's doing. No different to the fractional disparity in Forex when dollar yen, euro USD, Aussie dollar, when they hold, okay, you see the exotic coins moving straight after. Okay, like Euro Swiss and, you know, GBP, JPY and all the other coins, the miners. Here we go. Come on, all this money coming into comp, especially given that it's an expensive coin as well. Something's going to break. Something's going to change. The next 5 minutes is going to make the difference as to whether we are going to see yet another push to the downside because the market maker works in threes. The only point in the chart that I think they could even bring price back down to is the 60k zone. Okay? But if they are in line with this cyclical move to the upside, the last accumulation period that they came from was here. Now, I'm content with them actually holding Bitcoin in this range right here and not doing anything else but going back up. I'm cool with that. As long as it stays above this previous accumulation. Because this could be like a reset on the move to the upside. And then preparing people to accumulate again so they can move back up. Because this is where the fear is going to be installed in people now. Now everyone's talking about 58, 51, 50 zone. 7 hours ago, everyone was talking about 80, 90, 100k. Now we're back to that 58 madness. You can't come to the charts and have the idea that it can only go in one direction and not be aware of what else they could send price to. Remember that. This is where we see the change. 5 more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 5 more minutes. 8 billion volume on BTT this morning. Second only to Shiba on my watch list. What I miss? What's the consensus? Bitcoin and Ethereum, no problem. If you are new to the stream, thank you very much for passing through, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to have you here. All right, pulling down. Pulling down, here we go. This is all towards the next hour candle. Here it is, guys, look. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. It's going to get interesting. Always towards the last few moments of an hour candle. This is where it starts to change. The reason why I'm not looking at the smaller time frame is because I want to see the actual break open of the new 1 hour candle. It just gives you so much information. This is Ethereum up here. Bitcoin right here. Tap the 800, the 200 EMA. Comp still doing what it's doing right there. I need to get rid of that. I need to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum. She was doing fine. Sol's doing fine. TRX is doing fine. Okay, then cool. Here we go. This says in 3 minutes time. Come on, Bitcoin. What have you got for us, my friend? What have you got? Congratulations, Aiden. Always do what you need to do. Always do what you need to do. Here we go. Tap the 800 EMA. They come. Look at that, man. Look at what they've done. They just wicked it all the way towards the vector candle right there. Didn't recover it completely, but they've come down to wick it. Now they want to try and pull back. I need to see what it's doing on the smaller time frame. This is a 15-minute time frame. I need to look at the 5 minute. Slowing down. Wicks to the low. 800 EMA on the market cap. Sharp move to the downside. It's an anomaly in the chart. Here we go. Look at all these zones of vectors that they could come back to. All these points of liquidity in the chart. Are they finished? M2 pivot zone at max, where we could see the retrace from. Coming back up. Bitcoin needs to do this move. Otherwise, it's going to be an interesting thing. If it doesn't do this move, guys, we will see the move later on. They either do it now or they do it later on. Okay, which means they could consolidate in this range. It's just a sharp move to the downside to just throw off the retail traders that didn't pay themselves. Here we go. Ethereum coming back up, holding. Vector candles in the sight. Let's see what they've got in store for us, ladies and gentlemen. 3 pins to low on the 5. Yep. Gold has tanked. If gold has tanked, stop hunt low. Ooh. Yeah, I'm stopped out. Am I stopped out on my dollar yen trade? No, I'm not. Oh, my days. They're setting it up. They're setting it up, guys. They're setting up gold. They're setting up gold for the news announcement. They are setting it up. This could see a sharp movement back up, man. I think that's what's going to happen. I've seen this before. I may be wrong, but they may be setting up gold. They may be setting up gold. This will be very interesting if this actually works out. They may be setting it up. If the news is positive for dollar, gold naturally should drop. Okay? Let's actually have a look at what else. Hold on a second. 1 more minute. Let's forget gold for a second. Bitcoin. Here we go. Below the 62,000 zone, they came, spiked lower. Are we going to see that move? What will happen next? On the start of a new hour candle, they could dip down ever so slightly, recover a little bit of the wick, and make a move back up. That, by principle, is what we're waiting for. Comp is just not stopping, man. Here we go, 22 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Come on, Bitcoin. Don't let us down. Come on, Ethereum. Do not let us down. What have you got for us? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if the prophecy has spoken. Are they going to do it? Oops. There's that bit of recovery right there. Are we going to see the continuation? Tapping the 200 again. Comps moving, shifting out. Here we go. Is he going to get busy? Come on, Bitcoin. Make your move. Not just yet. Or is Ethereum going to move first? Come on, Bitcoin. Tapping the 200 EMA. If it violates this 200, it's going to release a bag of liquidity. Here we go. Are they going to do it? Ethereum hasn't... Ethereum's tanking. Whoa, spike lower. That's on the 15-minute time frame. Need to pull up the hourly. They've recovered that wick a little bit now. Now it's touched the 50. Bitcoin working that low right there. Yet to break it. Yet to break it. Here we go. Are they finished yet? Final stop hunt. Are they going to hold it? They've just triggered those buy limits. I think they're stepping in. Come on, boys. 62. Come on, you must be finished at the 62 zone. If I open up Bookmap, it's going to give my computer a heart attack. Now we're seeing some activity. I really do want to open up Bookmap, but it's going to slow the stream down. It does bad things to the computer. Okay, let's have a look at something. News Cryptocraft. What have we got? Coinbase is testing a subscription service with 0 trading fees and prioritized support. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much for that. What news are they giving out? JP Morgan on Bitcoin 59 minutes ago. What were you saying? While digital assets are forecast to climb 50% next year, doubling expected return from hedge funds and outpacing the 12.9 gain from retailers. Real estate. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, then fine. Volatility roughly 4 times that of gold. The firm's model puts Bitcoin's fair value at around 35k. Should relatively get halved into the next year. Then a price target of 73 seems reasonable. Ah, man, shut up. You and your prices. Bitcoin eyes more upsides above 65, so the orders are sat right up there, okay? Solana secondary NFT sales reach 500 million in 3 months. That explains that. Forex, let's have a look at the news that's coming out. Has it come out just yet? Where are we at? Crude oil inventories. Coming out at 10:30. 2 p.m. So we got a little bit of time yet. A little bit of time. Okay, so Ethereum broken the 250 EMA right there. Bitcoin is still not breaking down lower. That's interesting. Bitcoin is not breaking down yet. That's a good thing. They could be setting things up. It is a setup. I think it is a setup. JPM bullish, I'm bearish. Jacob, tell me you are British without telling me you are British. Computer. Or a cup of tea. Here we go. Comp is now pulling back down after that aggressive move to the upside. The market cap is just bleeding. All right, there's money coming out. Ethereum seems to be moving. It's come and recovered the previous vector right here. So this is where it's going to get interesting. If they come down to this point right here, they are going to bleed out. The range daily low. Has Bitcoin actively achieved its ADR yet? Not just yet. It's a very small move by Bitcoin in an honest opinion, ladies and gentlemen. But they are working the lows. Bitcoin is holding for some reason. They are holding it. Look, guys, will money flow? Look, listen. Tina, do you think ADA movement is worth taking a look at? Well, look at it like this. All right. Let's consider the following with ADA. Yesterday, ADA's movement right here. Let me just bring it up on this chart up here. All right. Everything across the board is dropping. Yet, the only things that are holding, if we look at altcoins, okay, the altcoin bosses, the bad boys, beta. Look at that. It's just holding its gains. C98. Look, it's still going up. Still going up. Market cap dropping. Bitcoin coming down. It's now coming into that pool of liquidity right there. The 61,500 could be a point of interest in the chart, guys. If they're not finished. Not yet. I'm not stopped out on dollar yen. Not yet. I may even add a certain amount of orders to flip the direction of the trade because we are at the psychological low with dollar yen right now. Okay, so I'm waiting to see if they do decide to just initiate the stop hunt rise at the news announcements and then drop it down because they're moving gold too aggressively for me. All right, they're preparing gold for something. Here we go. Are we going to see that movement back up again? Here we go. Did they just get things cheaper for them across the board to move back up? Big three, where you at? Ethereum. Slowly coming back now above the 50. Bitcoin slowly coming back up. Let me change the time frame so it's a little bit sharper for you. 61,176 above the 800 EMA comp. You can just chill there for a bit. Let's keep an eye on you. Market cap right here on the 1 minute time frame, not doing much. 7 minute time frame coming back up. Okay, so green vector candle on the 7 minute time frame, ladies and gentlemen. This looks like a nice strong move. Could they be coming back up towards the 50 EMA for us to understand if they are going to continue higher? Then price is likely to continue. But once it hits the 50, that is where the decision will be made to work out whether or not it's going to go down or it's going to come back away from it. Test the 5 and 13 EMA and move back up. This market cap chart is assuming that the flow of money is going to be like so. So we see the 50 come here. The 5 and 13 EMA will change direction, come back up. 5 will cross over the 13, but we want to see the 5 and 13 cross over the 50 to establish momentum. That's what should be happening at this point if this candle is going to hold precedence. Bitcoin coming back up slowly. So let's see if we do get that reversal, guys. New York is famous for one of two things, the reversal to the downside and to the upside. When New York tends to move fast at the open of the session, expect another reversal to be initiated. That's what I'm expecting from New York. So they could be forming the lows right now. They could be forming the lows. Let's have a look at VRA. VRA seems to be doing pretty... it's actually... Look at that recovery of that wick, man. Unbelievable. Complete recovery. Range daily low hit. Everything seems to be moving. It's just such a calculated move, guys. Everyone's sentiment right now in cryptocurrency is buy, 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 buy. What a perfect time to trap traders. Because people are committing money to the charts at the fear of missing out of a massive move to the upside. Okay? That's what's happening with people right now. Now everyone's getting thrown off. They're like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? Look, Bitcoin's dropped. Everything's dropped. I've just been stopped out. And guess what? The moment that everyone's like, right, I give up. I'm closing my trades. Bang. That's when they decide to change the direction. Thank you very much, Mr. Market Maker. You have manipulated the zone yet again. Yet we still come back to the charts with the belief that we can actually exploit your behavior. Which we can, but we always get caught out in the end. Don't we? You know? We always experience being tested by the market maker. The idea of being able to survive in trading is once you get a gain in your charts, once you realize profit, you pay yourself, get out and start again. We get the luxury of resetting. If you're holding on to a trade and you don't know whether or not to close it, if you're in profit in that trade because you feel like if you, for example, got into Ethereum at this point right here, you've seen all this movement to the upside, you have just left this money on the table. All of that money up there, those gains from your entry, you've left this money up here. Why would you leave money? Would you put your wallet on a table in a bar and walk off? No, you wouldn't. So why would you do the same with your trades? Why would you leave money on the table? Take your money, get out, because it can either go up or down. And guess what? You get the luxury of trading both directions, depending on where you are and what exchange you use, of course. But you do get the luxury of trading both directions. Okay? Now, the traders that are holding on to their trades are right now believing about buying the dip. That's what's happening right now. So what could happen next, ladies and gentlemen, is the market maker could actively bring price back up towards this zone, hit the daily open and try and come down again. There's that possibility. Because people are holding on to their trades right now. So they're trying to shake, not that they're trying to shake out the retail trader. They're trying to make the retail trader believe that this could be buying the dip. For all we know, they could buy the dip, come back up and break straight through it. It could be a pattern. Because remember, Ethereum is at all-time highs. So we've got the rise, the retrace, continuation. But what if they form an M pattern right here and then drop down lower? Yeah? Bitcoin coming back up to recover the previous wick in the chart. They've held above the 800 EMA. Happy days. That's great news. Building the longs below the key notable 62 zone to try and come out and move to the upside. Let's have a look at what you've got here. C98 still pumping. Unbelievable. There you go, J-Day. Pretty much that. Hey, Tina Madlove, can you check IOTX on Coinbase and on Binance? Price difference double, literally. 0.7 on... Wow. And Binance 0.4. How come? Well, that is very true. Let's actively check it out. Why is it actively that? What is it called? IOTX. Oh, that's because Coinbase. Okay, so Coinbase is saying we've got 14 on Coinbase. Okay. And then on Binance. What? What? Are you serious? Nah, something's going on there. How can it be half the price? Does that mean we're going to see... Maybe. If that's the case, ladies and gentlemen, you have just got yourself some crazy arbitrage. That will be some mad arbitrage. I don't know if it's valid or not, but hey, market cap coming back up towards the vector candle right here, promising towards the 50 EMA. Bitcoin coming back up. Ethereum back up above the 50 EMA. Looks like things are swinging back up. Is this the low? Interesting. Interesting. FTM. Let's have a look at FTM. Where you at, FTM? FTM pulling back. Yeah. It's coming lower, man. Big move from the upside. Drop onto the higher time frame. We're going to know exactly where we stand. Look, it's all at turning points, guys. It's all at the points. Look at them recovering that whole wick right there. It's all at turning points in the charts. That's where we are at right now. All at turning points. Let's have a look. 1,400 of you in the room. 459 likes. Show some love to the stream, guys. Show some love to the stream. Like the stream. Feel free to do so. Got to do some housekeeping up in here, man. Mad love and respect to all of you passing through as well, guys. Thank you very much for passing through. Okay, then. It seems like they're trying to base out right now with Bitcoin. They've held the 800 EMA. That's what we know. The market cap chart itself is now showing signs of moving back up. But remember, until it breaks the 50, there's nothing for us to do until they show that strength. Ethereum slowly now coming back up. It's a slow move. So the fast move is the false move. The slow trend is the true trend. We're going to know if they're just going to throw us off guard right now. Are they setting up price? Could we get the movement back up? Have they got things cheaper now to move it back up? This is what we're waiting to see, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one we're waiting to see. The recent masterclass trading the market cap is... So you enjoyed that. Breakout Bob, I hope you enjoyed that. But here you go. So what we need to look for is coins that are mimicking the market cap chart. Let's have a look. Bitcoin slowly drifting upwards. Back at its 50 EMA. Market cap yet to hit the 50. Ethereum back at its 50 on the 1 minute. Are we seeing the volatility there? Yes. So it's all turning points right now, guys. We're going to know if this is going to hold. It's all turning points right now. Give me another coin that's actively doing C98. Let me have a look at C98. All right, Jasmine's taking a hit. C98 down here. What is going on with this coin, man? Unbelievable. Here we go. Bitcoin coming up slowly. It's not I'm not seeing the vectors. I don't like that. I want to see vectors on the 1 minute time frame because they're just reversing back to the 50 and not showing any conviction. Come on. Let's have a look here. Let me look at Luna. Luna coming up. Okay. Recovery of the red vector candle on Luna. Very interesting. There she is right there. Recovery of that zone. Let me put the indicators right there. Put that in there. So it's clearer for us. If you want these indicators, guys, and you are new to the stream, make sure you join the Discord because everything is there for you to get. It's all free of charge. You can get the MT4 ones and you can get the Trading View ones as well. All right, just make sure that you click at the top where it says server rules. Make sure you follow the actions in there. Okay, you've got to react to the posts and the messages inside the server rules. There's two parts to it. Okay, so make sure you do that. Let me just quickly show you. So there it is right there, guys. You can see. You need to click here. Go to server rules. And you need to react to this part of the message. Getting started. You need to react to that as well. Do that. Happy days. You will activate all the channels that are available in the chart, in the Discord itself. Okay? Awesome. All right, then. Let's see what's going on. Ethereum coming back up. What time we at? 2:15. It's actually not even 2:15 just yet. So where we at with the New York? It's now 10:15. Slowly. It's creeping up slowly. This is what I'm waiting for on the market cap. So this is on the 7 minute. I'm going to bring up the 7 minute time frame just to see where we are with the vectors. 7 minute Bitcoin. Okay, nothing much coming up towards that recovery point right there. Looking at the market cap and seeing where the rejection could be. So it's holding above the 800. It's a waiting game, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that they are moving slowly tells me that this could be the point that they are preparing to make a release, because they've now committed enough shorts to the downside. Now they're going to want to hit those liquidation points. That's what we're looking at seeing. Can you tell us about how to use the stop loss? How to use a stop loss? The one problem that people have with using a stop loss is letting it stay as a stop loss, because people tend to move it. If you set a stop loss, leave it, let it hit, and then come again and look for another opportunity. All right? Because if you don't know how much, if you go into the chart focusing on how much you're going to win, congratulations, you are doing the same thing that a gambler would do in a casino. You need to come to the chart and understand how much you're prepared to lose before you work out how much you can win. Because that's one fact that you can work with. You can work with what you can lose with, but you can't understand how much you're going to win because you don't know what you're going to win. Because not every trade is going to play out the way you want it to play out, which is why I bang on and say to you every single day, make sure that you pay yourself. You have to pay yourselves, guys. It's not about holding the hero trades. Okay? Your trade or your profit ain't nothing until the trade is closed. For all we know, it's just a couple of green digits on the screen that make you feel good about your trading. Well, close the trade. Then you'll feel even better because you know what? You can get back in. That's the mad thing. You start thinking in scarcity, right? And you thinking lack. You're going to take one trade and you're going to hope it pays off your house. That's not how it works. Avoid the home runs. It's about bases. Smacking those bases. Hitting them once, twice, 10 times, 15 times. Okay? You can hit bases more than you can hit home runs. So what are you going to do? You're going to focus on the bases. All right? Luna coming up very sharply right now. It's working the range. The market cap chart is behaving itself. It's coming up towards the recovery of the red vector candle. Ethereum is following suit. Bitcoin slowly coming up. This is all to do with FOMC, I think. This is what it's all to do with, because if FOMC works out positively, works good for the dollar, they may pull Bitcoin down, or they would have already made the move, but I don't know, man. I need to wait and see what they say in the FOMC. We're just toying away with what they could say and what they may or may not say. We need to wait for it to happen. What's this? 1,000 likes equals 1,500. Oh, what? Don't St. Jude's. Done. St. Jude's. Well, you're done there, Thad, man. 1,000 likes. Can we get to 1,000 likes, ladies and gentlemen? That'll be happy days if we can. All right, then. Starting to see a bit of a recovery back up. Beta seems to be holding the top spot. It's just not breaking down. It's not breaking down. Just know that when it turns, beta may continue. Sand. Look at sand. Wow. Sand's moment of truth. It needs to come back up and take out yesterday's high. That could be a possibility. Bitcoin right now sat at the 800 EMA holding the M2 pivot point, guys. So this is where it gets interesting. If it holds the M2 pivot, we could project towards the M4 zone, which would take us towards the high ADR of the session and maybe end up at towards 66k. It's a bit of a big move up there, but that's what we could be projecting to if the move does come in our favor. Okay. Thanks to your MCs. Sand is building a sandcastle. Sand crushed me the other day. That's so bad. All these little analogies. You know, it'd be cool if we can see that. Yeah, I'm quite surprised at that difference in price on that IOTX, man. It's quite different, that is. Okay, market cap. Everything seems to be stalling. It's quiet. What a boring session. Why is everything stalled? We're waiting for something. New York moves price in the zone. So that principally tells me that we're going to see some volatile behavior. We're going to see this movement. So we've got to be careful. Let's have a look at what else is doing well. ICP, pulling back, following the majors. Okay. Elrond coming back up, following the major. Algo coming back up. They're following status quo right here. Phil, 3 hits to the low, 3 pins. V-chain. V-chain. Excuse me. Here we go. 200 EMA. Recovered all the vector candles. Nothing else in sight other than this blue vector which they've recovered. Now it's stalling. Same story with Bitcoin. Same with Ethereum as well. OMG. Same. You're seeing how all these coins right now are pretty much following the same behavior on the 1 hour time frame. Look at the market cap on the 1 hour. Stalling at and around the 50 EMA. Okay. We're going to see if they actually follow through with this pattern on the 7 minute. I'm waiting for them to do that. They've come back and recovered that red vector candle right there. This should be a very interesting thing. Here we go. Ethereum moving up again. What time is it? Okay, that's cool. 1 inch. Nothing. Alice. Nothing. Hot. It's all doing the same thing. Coty doing exactly the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. XRP below the moving averages. Look, it's free roam right now. Come on. What can we see? BNB. BNB is doing very well. Just below the 50 EMA, similar to Ethereum. Just want to see this behavior coming in, guys. And remember, for anybody new to the stream, guys, this is a day trading, short-term day trading strategy. All right? I'm not interested if Bitcoin's going to go to 100K. Let's get over 65 first. Okay? But it's about exploiting movements from the 50 EMA to the 50 EMA and trying to understand the likeliness of price coming back towards these vector points in the chart, which are previous positions that the market maker has previously built his longs. Because the one thing you need to understand in this stream is we talk a lot about understanding the importance of when someone buys, someone has to sell. And you can only sell when someone buys. And the only person that allows that to happen is the liquidity provider, aka Mr. Market Maker, or the composite man, or the conspiracy behind whoever you want him to be, or whether you think he exists or not. He has to exist. He does exist because he's the reason why you're able to trade on Binance, you're able to trade on TradeStation, IC Markets. Every single brokerage firm out there is just the door that opens you up to the world of trading, because it's all on liquidity providers. You can't buy if no one sells, and you can't sell if no one buys. That's the rule of thumb in this business model, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. Coming back up. Are we going to break the 50 EMA on the 7 minute for momentum? Bitcoin slowly coming up towards the 800 EMA on the 7 minute chart. What time we got? Another 5 minutes until a new 30-minute candle, new 15-minute candle. Ethereum coming back up, recovered this previous liquidity pool right there. Needs to come back up to the 200 and the 50 EMA. Hasn't actually hit its 800, so it's too far away. So hopefully we do see the retracement back up, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be very promising for us. Shout out to Steve's Moon Boys. Here comes 59. Oh, God. Look, if 59 comes, fine. Let's get to 60 first. Yeah? Because it puts things into perspective. Because if you're going to play with the idea that you think Bitcoin's going to go to 59, okay, well, you're trying to work out how close to price can you get your entry to realize a return when it hits 59. Do you want it to go to 59 for it to be brought? Or do you want it to go to 59 and break? You need to make that decision for yourself. And are you going to make that decision now when Bitcoin has aggressively just dropped to the downside and then it's paused? Okay? We're waiting to see if this is New York's low. That's what the nature of this game is. You're trying to work the New York low. Okay? The 7 minute, it's just a disparity. I'm splitting up the chart. Okay? Because we've got the 15 minute, so it's half of the 15 minute. Okay? And I'm looking at the development of each quarter in the hour. Okay? So that's what I'm looking for. All right. Okay, well, what's going on here? Seems to be lagging. What's going on? Market maker's in my stream. What's the market maker doing to my stream? It's just so quiet. Don't like it. I'm not doing anything. Let me look at Bitcoin on the higher time frame, past 2 hours. Look at that, screaming, that red vector candle right there. 2 hour chart, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that for Bitcoin. Do the same thing for Ethereum. The good thing is when you look at multiple time frames, okay, you will work out what the chances of them recovering a certain point. Because you can see on the 2 hour chart, we've got a massive red vector candle. Same for Bitcoin as well. Pull up 2 hour chart on the market cap. Massive red vector candle. Stays above the 50 EMA. It's a stop hunt. That's all it is. This is a stop hunt. Because if it was a continuation, they would not have stopped. Because people were making a rush for money. They were making a rush to close their positions, but they couldn't close them in time. That's why they've snapped price all the way back up again. Just to bring things back into the fray, to regulate. Oh, it could be buying the dip. Yeah, it could be pulling back. We need this pullback so we can go higher. Yeah? When Bitcoin hits 100K, sheeple will shout for 500. When it hits 1 million, people will shout for 1 trillion. I saw one YouTube post yesterday. A thumbnail was talking about Bitcoin to 15 million, was it? I don't know if I was seeing that correctly, but 15 million. Are you mad? 15 million for a coin. Who's going to buy? Anyways. Then all by that principle, ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do is just go and get yourself as much Bitcoin as you can. If they're thinking of it going that price, all right, you just need to own $100 worth, man. It's going to be worth something if it gets to 15 million. Everyone is talking about Ether's in the price discovery. What would be the next price projection? Well, if you watched the video last night on Ethereum, I was talking about Ethereum hitting the 4,600 zone. Happy days she achieves that. Now we need to try and understand where Ethereum is likely to go next. The next point of interest for me, in my opinion, is 5K. I'm waiting for Ethereum to come up to hit the 5K zone. All right? Because we are now working the whole half number. So 4,500. The next point, another $500 more takes us up towards 5,000. That's my next point in the chart that I'm paying attention to. Okay, I'm not looking at 10,000. I'm not looking at 15 or 20. I'm working on 5,000 because by the time it gets to 5,000, I'm going to try and exploit the movement towards it. Stop hunt low, stop hunt rise, stop hunt low, and try and capitalize. Then once I see the 5Ks in sight, I will understand based on the behavior from all of this movement right here, the strength and the validity of them breaking through the 5,000 mark is going to solidify whether I hold my trade and let it continue further up. It's all about profiling the behavior and movement of price towards key notable areas where people, participants come and commit their money. Go and get yourself exo charts, ladies and gentlemen, and have a look at where all the orders are sat, or even trading light. You can see all the orders are sat at whole numbers and half numbers. Okay, that's where they dump all the orders. And that's where the limit buys and the limit sells are. Okay, that's where it's all at. There's robots that do everything like this, everything. That's what we just need to keep in our minds. You know? Justin, the reason you make 10 great trades and 1 terrible trade is because you get a bit confident on the 1 terrible trade that you place. You probably put a lot more risk down. What risk? Are you using the same amount of risk on the 10 great trades as you are with the 1 terrible one? You know? See you guys below 60. Bye. We'll see you there, bro. We'll see you there. It's dropping today and crashing next week. Oh, man, the sentiment. Where's the FUD? Please, no FUD in here. We ain't about FUD. We're about logic. We're about understanding the relationship between buyer and seller. Okay? In a long position, how does it work with the fees? All depends on what broker you're using, what platform. You know? 53k reversal. Hold on a second. Yesterday, 2 days ago, we were looking at 70, 80, and 100k. Why is 53 coming? You know? This is the point. There's no loyalty in cryptocurrency, guys. The same person that's expecting price to go to 70, the second it starts to falter at 65, he's looking at 50. Because where they believed previously that price at fair value should have been that, but it didn't get to it, they probably try and come back to that reality just to reinstall the idea of them being right. Okay? You can't. It's uncertainty. What if Bitcoin from this point in the chart goes on to make a movement towards the 100k zone? You don't know. Something could flip. What if they just got it cheaper? One red vector candle that appears at the highs, doesn't even break below the 50 EMA, okay? And close directly below it. All right? And now price is coming back up. Like, what's going on? Yeah? The 5 and 13 EMA haven't even crossed over. It's an anomaly of a move. They've just shaken out traders. That's what I'm trying to get across to you guys. They've shaken traders out. All right? Once the shakeout happens, they reset the intention and make the retail trader change his mind, and then they go short. Now they are trying to get as many traders to go short. They could even bring it down just that little bit lower. Okay? But there will be the retrace. They will come back up and hit that red vector candle one more time. All right? If you look at the daily, ladies and gentlemen, where are we? All right, let me bring up the daily chart. We've had a nice spike up, and we're still in the previous day's session. That's good news. Look, zoom out. Where are we? We're cool, man. Everything is cool. Nothing to worry about. You're looking at the daily time frame, you want to be focusing on bigger number drops like down to 48 and 52. That's where the vectors are. But they had an attempt to come back down and they didn't. They recovered this vector at 57, okay? And they've shifted away from that. Yesterday was the shift. Today was a little bit of a retrace. Tomorrow should be the continuation. 15-hour chart. Holding the ride of the 50 EMA. Downtime, what's good, bro? 12-hour chart. Still doing the same thing. 10-hour chart. No vectors. 9-hour chart. Still no vectors. Recovery. Guys, especially the patrons, what is this? You know exactly what this is. Shift out of the zone, retrace, continuation. That's what this is. Whenever you see price coming down from the lows, you see a price drop, okay? Rises up, retrace, continuation out. Let's look at it on the lower time frames. Take it down to the 5 minute. Here we go. Sharp move to the downside. Sharp move down. Continuation back up. Okay. Drop it. Continuation back up. Okay. That's the beauty of that move. The same thing happens. Where's the retrace? I need to see the retrace candle. Who's this? Can you please check ASM low MC coin on Coinbase? ASM. Have I got this coin? ASM Coinbase. What am I doing here? New listed coin, is it? Yeah. No? What have we got here? What a coin. Okay. Pretty decent. Just listed, so I can't really get much information. Holding around the 5 and the 13 EMA, but it's probably going to be following the liquidity of the bigger players. So when this drops, everything else will follow it. Sorry, when everything drops, this will probably follow it. New listed coin. Could even come back down to this point in the chart, my friend. Okay. MC coin. I'm guessing that's it. Is it? MC. Low MC coin. What's that? I don't know what that coin is. Low MC, is it? What? I don't know what that coin is, my friend. T-King. I like T-King. Where is it? 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 I'm not seeing it. I don't know why. If I'm not searching for it correctly, forgive me. Let me just pull up Bitcoin a second, see if it's doing anything. Right then, what time is it? 61 is coming down. 22 minutes until the start of a new 5-hour candle, guys. I'm going to see that with you. 22 minutes until this red vector candle finalizes. Okay? 4 hour. There's an hour and 22 minutes until that finishes. 2 hour. An hour and 20. The 1 hour candles, 20 minutes. There's a stalling in price. Ethereum still holding. Still see if we can see that pattern-like behavior. I need to pay attention to the 5-hour candle. That will make sense. If we do see the retrace back up. Bounce the 50. Look at that. Tap the 50. Shift out. Okay. What have we got here? Yes, I do have to pick up my daughter very shortly, so I've just got to time it very well. BNB moving. Come on. I need to see the behavior of Bitcoin right here. It's the 5-hour candle that's relevant for me. Selling off for the past 5 hours, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. What are we likely to see? Let's have a look at that then. Let's look at Shiba Coin. Bleeding. Potentially coming down to recover this next pool of liquidity, ladies and gentlemen. 0.5 is where it could end up. So be careful with that. The ones that are holding out, Solana's doing really well to hold. Whenever you see them holding price like that, especially with it being at its near enough its all-time high, is it? Not just yet, is it? Yeah. Especially at its all-time high. Finishing positive for the day nearly. That'll be awesome. Stop hunt rise. I'm waiting for 250 for Solana, man. 250 Solana. That should be interesting. VeChain. I need VeChain. See what else is doing it. Nothing much. Still the top spot, man. C98 still holding. Sand is still holding. Luna. VeChain on the daily, finishing down for the day so far. 4-hour candle pulling back. Stop hunt rise. Testing the 50 EMA. I guess, guys, at the start of this, in 20 minutes time, I guess 20 minutes, we're going to know the difference of whether we're going to see the movement by cryptocurrency. Or, guys, it could just be that day. It's going to be one of those quiet days, man. Okay? Been long on Sol since 34 bucks. GME and AMC jumped 10% today. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at some of those stocks. GME. GameStop. Let's have a look. Wow. Look at that. Nice green vector candle. Recovery of the red vector. Look at that. Recovery of the red vector zone. It applies all over the place, ladies and gentlemen, because the principle is still the same. Look at that. Recovery of the red vector candle right there. Try to tap the zone, pulled straight back. That'll be interesting. Are we looking for a midweek reversal? Potentially, yes. I think from now up, I think they're waiting for the FOMC minutes, man. I think they're waiting for that to finish. They're waiting for that, and then we should see some activity. But Bitcoin seems to be stalling at around the 61,900 zone. Something is brewing. The market cap itself is holding above the 50 EMA, so everything across the board is holding above its 50 EMA. Okay? So there's no problem. Why are we looking at the 59 or the 50 zone? Nothing notable has happened. There's not been a mad break. You know? Yeah, that's true about VET. When are we doing stocks? Let me just pull up XRP for a short moment. I'm going to be doing the altcoin bosses video later on, guys. All right. I'll get that video done for you later on. And just have a look at which coins I think are likely to make some interesting moves. XRP on the 4 hour. I'll look at it on the 5 hour. Should be pulling down. Here we go. So I'm just waiting for this candle. If it doesn't finish strong at the lows, then we should see the next candle bring it back up. But it all depends on the strength. That's what it's all about, guys. I'm waiting to establish the strength in the chart. Okay? That's what we're waiting for right now. It's just too quiet. Nothing's happening. They've made the move in New York. Now they've dropped it down. You know? There's nothing more we can do with that. Do you know what? I actually do need to get my daughter. Okay? Listen, guys, there's 15 minutes until the start of the next hour candle. I want to thank you so much for passing through. Be sure to like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? But I want to thank you so much for being here. Tonight we'll be going live again about 10 p.m. GMT. I know the hours are back and forth and what have you. So whatever time I decide to get on, it's going to be between 9 and 10. All right, GMT. So mad love and respect to you guys. Pump that algorithm. Show us some love. And I'll be speaking to you later on, guys. Take care of yourselves. And please, please trade well. All right? And pay yourselves. Mad love. Catch up with you guys later on. Take care of yourselves. Peace.